of his cards.
You have some Hank Aaron cards?
I've got Mickey Mantles. I've got a whole bunch.
Wow, that's pretty good, Jesse. It's pretty good. Are they worth anything now? I think cards are worth money now. They're going up.
The value's way down from where it was, but yeah, Mirza Shem, they're coming back. It's funny, I actually bought my Mickey Mantle card for $24, and the guy chased me down the block because the little kid that was supposed to put the price tags on them put the decimal point in the wrong place, and I knew it. And I wouldn't sell it back to them.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like 11.
I'm happy I ain't doing business with you.
Not 11-year-old me, at least.
Yeah.
Jesse, I have fantastic cards, but none of them are mint. You know, I used to play with them. You know, so
yeah, that's the problem. You can't have a childhood with cards if you want them to be worth anything.
Right.
There's a famous Hank Aaron card where he's batting cross-handed. I have one or two of those also.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. I hear. All right, let's go. Yeah. So Naftali, did you go mincha yet? Yeah.
If you go on baseball.
Yes, I daven mincha.
Go on Baseball Reference and look at Hank Aaron, and if you know anything about baseball, you nishtoim him from his numbers in every category. It's beyond belief.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll have to ask my nephew.
Yeah, but this is one week I didn't need to because I'm going to Darche this week.
I hear.
It's close.
Okay.
Okay. But it's good. I have more time. I'll be able to go like a mensch.
Okay, so what do we get up to? How far down did we get in the Amud yesterday?
Massive Rav Huna.
Yeah, very good. Very good. Yeah, Massive Rav Huna. Very good. Thank you.
See, someone's listening.
Baruch Hashem. Baruch Hashem.
Just because I have a bookmark doesn't mean I'm looking. I'm listening.
You know what? You don't have to tell Al. You don't have to say all the secrets.
Okay, fine. Sorry. Yes, thank you.
Still impressed. And for somebody whose kid got engaged this week to remember even that much, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay, so Masav Rav Huna Breder Rav Yeshua. So Rav Huna Breder Rav Yeshua had asked the kasha. Now again,
where is that?
It's sorry.
Okay, I got it.
62B1.
Thanks. I got it now.
The Hebrew translation of the art scroll, it's on Samach Beis Amud Beis.
That's right. 8 lines from the top. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Yes. So, right. So now we're going back to the Hoil, right? So we had said before that according to Rav Chisda, that you can say Hoil lechumra, right? We said you could say Hoil lechumra. So therefore, since the guy could theoretically make himself into a bris, right? So Rav Chisda said that you could do Hoil. You could theoretically make a bris, right? So Masar Rav Huna Breder Rav Yeshua, a Pesach Shavra Shnasai, if the korban Pesach, the korban Pesach has to be less than a year old. The age of the animal has to be less than a year old. So the korban Pesach that was older than a year, lishmo, and then you shechted it on Yudalid on the day, but it was done lishmo, but it was already too old. Yeah. So Rashi says, so what's wrong with the korban? So it's a shlomim. It turns into a shlomim, right? It was just the korban Pesach that was a little too old, so it turns into a shlomim. Fine. Or if you shecht other korbanos, Acherim means not for others, means other korbanos l'shem Pesach bisman, for Pesach during this month. Rav Elazar pasul, Rav Yeshua masher. Rav Elazar says pasul, Rav Yeshua says masher. Time is bisman. So the only reason that Rav Elazar says that it's pasul is because it was on Yudalid. So since it was on Yudalid, it's meant to be a korban Pesach, even though it theoretically could be a shlomim, but since it was on the time that it should be for Pesach, so it's pasul. But if it wasn't in this man, it's kosher, meaning somebody decides to shech the korban Pesach on Purim, right? Then it's going to be It's going to be kosher. So why should that be name a hoyel bezmane paisel shalei bezmane nama paisel?
But if you designate a korban Pesach by Purim, if I designated korban Pesach in August, it means something.
Yeah. It's not going to mean anything, but it's not going to be a pasul korban. It'll be a shlomim. Meaning there's no great law. I don't know what you're getting out of it exactly. I mean, I guess you're getting
but it's pointless.
No, but it's not pasul. But it's pointless. But at least the kahanim will get some meat out of it. I don't know. I'm saying, but it's not. Point is that it's not pasul, and the kahanim can eat it. That's what the Gemara is saying. They could eat it, right? So we're saying time of bismane, hashala bismane, kosher. If it's not during this man, it would be kosher. Again, I don't know what the mitzvah is, but it's kosher. It's kosher, right? By my name, a hoyel bismane, paisel shalei bismane, nama paisel. Why do you say no? Since if it would be done during the time of the proper time, meaning on Yudalit on Erev Pesach, so it would be pasul. So shalei bismane, nama paisel. So if it's shalei bismane, it'd also be pasul. It says "Vamartem zevach Pesach," which I think the Oilam's familiar with this from the, well, maybe not. This is already when everybody's sleeping by the seder. I think Vamartem, or drunk, or all of the above. Right. So it says Vamartem, right, and you say zevach Pesach. It's a korban Pesach. So we say Pesach who b'haviyasi. So with dashin who, it has to be in that exact way. It has to be a korban Pesach, shelo Pesach. Loihu lishmo Acherim, and it can't be a korban Pesach that's lit for others. Acherim lishmo, and not others, not meaning other korbanos for shem Pesach. That's meaning it always has to be in the proper time. Bismane shu pasul lishmo Acherim. So by zman, when it's pasul l'shem Acherim psulim. Lishmo. Hold on. Again, I lost my train of thought here. Right, so bismane shu pasul lishmo Acherim, on when during the time when the korban pesach is pasul for others, meaning for other, if you have other korbanos in mind, so then Acherim pasul lishmo. Acherim other korbanos, meaning a shlomim shechting for a pesach is going to be pasul. Shalei bismane, but if it's not during this man, let's say Purim shehu kosher lishmo Acherim, that would be kosher. Right? When you take a korban Pesach and you bring it during Purim, it's not a problem. So Acherim sharing lishmo, then Acherim are also going to be kosher. Fine. Okay, so that's the Gemara's teretz for hoyel, that is based on the Havaya, that's from the word who, that it has to be exactly the way it's supposed to be by the korban Pesach. Fine. Rav Simlai also l'kamed Rav Yochanan. It's an interesting story here. Rav Simlai came in front of Rav Yochanan. Amarle nisni limar sefer yuchsin. Teach me the sefer yuchsin, which Rashi says is brises or mishnahs, the divrei hayomim, going on divrei hayomim, which is it's heavy duty things, as we're going to see in the Gemara. So Amarle mehechan at, he said, where are you from? Amarle milud, I'm from Lud. Behechan ma'isvachim, where do you live? Ben Arda and Arda. Amarle ain't dain in loyla ludim v'loyla Arda. We can't teach this, not to people from Lud and not to people from Nahardar. And this guy's from Lud, and he lives in Nahardar. Kol shekein ta'at milud myself and Nahardar. And kol shekein you have the worst of everything. So Kafya, right? So he forced him, Ba'artzi, and he said fine. So Amrlei nisni begimel yarchi. So he said, well, let's learn it in 3 months. Shakal Kala, Pasak Bey, he took a thing of dirt and he threw it at him. Amarle, he really was not happy with this. Amarle, Uma Bruria Devisu de Rameir, so Bruria, Rameir's wife. Parse the Rab Chanina ben Tarajin, she was the daughter of Chanina ben Tarajin, right? That's from the Gemara's and Avodah Zarah, the Tanya. Klas Meir Shmaitze B'Yoyma, she would learn 300 Gemaras in a day, Migimel Meir Rabbaza, from 300 Rabbeim, which is a lot of learning. She was not Yaitza her chayv, even for 3 years to learn Sefer yuchsin. You're going to say she learned all this in 3 months? Okay, so that's
what is the her chov? What she has a chov to learn Sefer yuchsin?
Oh, you mean what's up pshan the lashon chayv?
Lo yatzasei dei chovasa. What was her chov?
Meaning
what was her chiyuv?
No, it wasn't. I think it's what she wanted. She didn't accomplish. The way I understood it is that she didn't accomplish what she wanted to in the learning. That's the way I understand it. It was her. Everybody can make a chayv on himself. Reb Chaim Kanievsky. It's interesting you say that. Reb Chaim calls his seder limud every day his chayvus. He calls it his chayvus. Like till he's yaitza his chayvus, then he can learn other things. Like 7 blot bavli and I don't know how much Yerushalmi, whatever it is, right? So that's the chayv. Yeah. So. So where are we up to? Okay, so fine. So that's the story. So Kishaka v'Azal, when Rav Simlai was leaving, Amar Lei, he said to Rabbi Yochanan, Rebbe, ma bein lishmo v'shelo lishmo. That's how we got into this whole story. So on his way out, he asked him, what's the difference between a korban Pesach, that you were makarvit lishmo and shelo lishmo? Right? La'ochlin v'shelo la'ochlin. And what about if you made the korban for people that are eating and for people that are not eating? Meaning, well, like we said, people that like the chaylim are not considered part of it. Yeah, Amalei, Hoil v'tzum rabbanon at. Since you're a Talmud Chacham, Tova Eimalach, come and I'm going to tell you what the pshat is the difference. Lishmo v'shaloi lishmo, psuloi begufay, lishmo and shaloi lishmo. We already hinted to this. I think yesterday's daf or 2 days ago. I think yesterday. Lishmo v'shaloi lishmo is a psul in the guf of the korban. Meaning, if you don't have the proper kavana in mind, then it's possible. In the psul is in the korban itself. Right? For and shelo is ein psul begufay. It's not a psul in the guf. The shmai v'shaloi lishmai v'shaloi iya shalavari suroi la'oichlav v'shaloi la'oichlav. But lishmai and shaloi lishmai, you can't be mavar the isim. La'oichlav v'shaloi la'oichlav ef shalavari suroi. But for people that are eating and not eating, you can be mavar who's asur and who's mutter. Meaning, when you do shaloi lishmai and lishmai together, right? Again, you're doing. Let's say there's shechita, there's kabbalah, zrika, halacha, and zrika. So some are lishmai, some are not lishmai. You can't really be mavar, or you think part of the korban, part of the blood, part of the shechita is shaloi v'shaloi. There's no way for you to figure out which kizayis of meat is possible, right? The lishmo v'shaloi lishmo yeshne b'dalar avodas. The lishmo and the shaloi lishmo. This is another reason. Is lishmo and shaloi lishmo you have in all 4 avodas, meaning it could become puzzle from all 4 avodas. La'ochlav v'shaloi la'ochlav ain't a bar avodas, but ochlav and shaloi la'ochlav it has nothing to do with all the 4 avodas. Lishmo v'shaloi lishmo yeshne b'tzibur kiviyachid. Lishmo and shaloi lishmo has the same problems by a tainus tzibur, not a tainus tzibur, a korban tzibur as a korban yachid. La'ochlav v'shaloi la'ochlav ain't a b'tzibur kiviyachid. Doesn't have a tzibur kiviyachid. So that's all the differences that he's explaining between lishmo and shaloi lishmo. So how many reasons was it? One, it's not psul beguf, right? That was one reason. The difference in lishmo and shaloi lishmo, and the second one is you can't be mavarer it, and the third reason is that lishmo and shaloi lishmo is by all korbanos, and ochlav and shaloi la'ochlav is not. Okay, but that's ochlav and shaloi. You're right. So that's 3 reasons. Rav Ashi Amar psuloi begufay. Right, Rav Ashi says the psul is in the gufa of EF Shalavari Surah Chadam Ilsi. That's not 2 different reasons. Meaning to say that something's possible the guf and you can't be mavara the isser because you don't know which part of the animal, which part of the beat it is, right? Is the same. Sorry about the background. Is the same time. Chadam Ilsi. It's one thing. The matam Amar Psula Gufa. Why is something possible in the guf? Mishum diyav shalavari surah, because you can't be mavar the isser. Amar Rami bar Yuda, Amar Rav, miyam shenimna Sefer yuchsin. Now we go back to the Sefer yuchsin from the days that they hid the Sefer yuchsin, right? Tashash koichon shel chachamim, they weakened the koich of the chachamim, the kol ma'areineim, and their eyesight got bad. Meaning it's very. Meaning that they hid the Sefer Yuchsin. I imagine they didn't want people getting their hands on it. That's a pshat. So therefore, it got very shvach.
He has here that it means forgotten.
What?
It has here that it means forgotten. The hidden means forgotten. So was it hidden or was it just? It says i.e. forgotten.
Oh, is that what they say? Okay, so that's the pshat. I think in that is that I think the pshat in that is that it's begot forgotten because they didn't allow people to learn it. That's why I understand it. It could be I'm wrong. Meaning they didn't allow people. They like with this Gemara here. You didn't want to teach it. So Mela, once you stop allowing people to learn things, then it becomes a problem. That's what I think, but I'm not sure. Anyway, so whatever it is, but there was a lot of information in it. The legitimate Chachamim lost out on. Right? Fine. So Amar Mazutra bein Eitzel leEitzel. These are two psukim in Divrei Yomim. Right, between the word Eitzel and Eitzel, Tino Dalad Meya Gamli, the drasha. There's 400 loaded up camels, with that you could darshan. Meaning I guess if you would write it down, it would load up 400 camels. Yeah, so that's and that's how much there is to darshan from Divrei Hayamim, etc., etc. I think we should stop here because the next sugi goes for a while. Yeah, okay.
Tomorrow night?
Fine. Oh, tomorrow night.
What time, Shir
I don't know
Motzi?
what times. I guess 8:15. No, that's what we're doing. 8:15.
Okay.
Yeah, 8:15. All right.
Sounds good.
Go ahead. Thank you. Have a good
Shabbos.
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 Shabbos, enjoy.
No, not Shabbos. Yeah,
Shabbos.
have a good Shabbos.
Thanks.
Naftali,
Gershon got-
there's no sheep by Reb Yaakov Shabbos.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
There
Gershon got
might
in
just
okay?
be. I already had somebody ask me if I could say the Daf Yomi on Shabbos. So there might
Gershon
be.
got
It
in
might be a little far away.
Gershon got in okay?
Yeah, Baruch Hashem. Baruch Hashem. Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
A little hawk with the rooms, Naftali. We're gonna have to fight with them, but yeah.
What hawk?